What is your best stage door memory? Or if you can't think of the best, just one that you really...
Stage door. There was one that I got really upset at. It's really stuck with me. I don't know why, but people feel like they can say anything they want to you after a show at the stage door. And it's funny because like a lot of compliments tend to turn out to be backhanded compliments. But this one wasn't so backhanded. I tried being a brunette for a year, and that didn't quite work out. And I came out the stage door in Seattle, my hometown. Thanks a lot, hometowners. I came out, and this man said to me, wow, you're a much better blonde than a brunette. And I was like, wow, how is... I'm really glad I asked you. I mean, why would you say that? Why would you ever say that to somebody? And then, in the same night, in Seattle, I went further down the line, and this boy was giving me these compliments, and he was really sweet. And then at the end, he said, "Oh, but I'm sure you don't want to hear that because you hear that all the time." And then his mother said, "Oh, honey, that's why she does this, is to get compliments like that." And I was like, and I was very proud of myself because I stood up for myself and said something really witty and and quick in response. No, I was probably like crying and saying, "No, I don't. I love theater."
So the moral of the story is be nice to Megan at stage door.
No. Because it's funny. It's funny because, you know, you go to the theater and you... I know because I experience this all the time when I go to the theater. You feel like you connect with that person on stage and you feel like you've spent the last 2 or 3 hours with them and you want to tell them what it means to you. I totally get it. But a lot of the times comments can come out like, "Oh, you were like the best Glinda, you know, aside from this Glinda and this Glinda and this Glinda, you were the greatest Glinda ever. But, you know, of course I love this person, you know." It's like, oh, okay. And then it's my job to say, thank you. Did you want a picture? No, it's... I totally understand that everything comes from a good place, but a lot of the times it's like...
Foot and mouth disease at stage door is something that I think everybody has experienced at least once in their lives.
Well, I have too. Like, I remember when I met Bernadette Peters, I was just like, I'm sure I said something just ridiculous to her. I did not tell her she looked better as a blonde, but yeah. But there are so many that you know, I don't mean to complain about things. I just think it's funny. Otherwise, I wouldn't go out to the stage door after every performance. You know, obviously, I love it. I love talking to people after the show, and I love hearing how the show has affected them. Not me, because I'm just a part of the show, but like I love hearing how like Wicked changed someone's perspective, or you know, made them think about treating someone differently, or you know, how a certain song makes somebody feel better, you know, how 9 to 5 just made them, you know, forget about what was going on in their life. You know, that's why we do this. And so the stage door is awesome. Like it's awesome to hear both I mean positively and negatively how the show is affecting people. It's part of our jobs, and I think it's really necessary, and I think everybody should. I think I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for saying this, but I really feel like it's part of our job to go to the stage door and to talk to people who've seen the show, who we've spent the last couple hours with too, you know. And it's one of my favorite parts of the job is talking to people and connecting to people, because that's why we're there in the first place. So.
And I think, just speaking for everybody, that knowing that you're somebody who's very consistent about stage door means a lot to people. They really like that they can go and talk to you after the show, and that they know that they're not going to stand out there for an hour and a half and then have somebody say, "Oh, she's not coming out."
Yeah.
You know,
no.
That's a really big deal.
I always got so upset when people like got mad at me and said like, you know, I came to the show and you never come out the stage door, and it was like, if I didn't come out of the stage door, I must have been dying. Like, I don't know. Like, I very rarely, you know, it doesn't matter. Are we recording? What's that?
Okay, guys, your administrator failed because she forgot to hit the start record when we started this, so we just started the recording of the video. We don't know if it's going to turn out. We don't know if it's going to be able to live on the site or if we're going to be able to rip it down or what, but I failed. So if somebody's recording this, let us know, because we would like to get a copy of it. We do have an audio recording of it going, though, so we will have that available.
Remember... Sorry, I'm reading.
Okay. That's okay. We got a lot. All of a sudden, we got a lot piled up.
They're asking a lot of good questions.
They're asking really good questions.
Oh, yeah?
I'm trying to filter them down. Somebody's asking about the concert in June in Atlanta, which I don't know that you really know much about.
Yes.
You could talk about what you're doing.
What I'm doing is for a thing called Broadway Dreams, and it's like a week-long... a week's worth of master classes, and I'm gonna go teach some master classes on singing and auditioning in particular, and then at the end we perform a couple songs with the participants of the workshop. It's gonna be great. Stephanie Block's gonna be there. Nikki Snelson's gonna be there. Nicole Parker's gonna be there. I mean, it's gonna be great. So yeah, that'll be really fun. I don't know if it's something you can sign up for.
The last audition was today. We just found out about it, so we weren't even able to get it up on the site yet because the last audition for it was today. So sorry, guys.
Well, but there's another thing that me and Steve are doing. My boyfriend, we're doing a couple of master classes here in LA, actually. Oh gosh, I nailed down the date and it's in my phone. That is not with me. It's going to be at the end of June, and there's going to be a class for I think teenagers to early 20s, and then like I think that's right, and then we're doing a kids class. And it's all about auditioning and singing in particular, but auditioning for musical theater. And we're gonna do stuff like we're gonna walk you through like before the audition what to do to prepare and how to pick out your material. I'm gonna talk a lot about what's appropriate to wear and the proper etiquette in an audition, because there's a lot of controversy on how you talk to a director or casting director. Or your accompanist, and then of course we're going to talk about your performance, and we're also going to talk about callbacks. So we're going to bring scenes from musicals, and like have people do cold readings and stuff like that, and help you figure out how to work through it. It'll be fun. It's going to be a really fun workshop. Especially with Steve, because Steve and I have very different approaches to the masterclass, which is really great because you have two different opinions. We don't fight about it. It's not like the whole day is going to be us fighting, which could be fun. But we work really, really well together. We just did a workshop at my university, Carnegie Mellon University, earlier this year, and we kind of were like, we went into it thinking, I don't know about this, or I did. He was very confident because he's amazing, and I was like, who am I to do this? And then it ended up being really fun and I hope informative, and I think we work really well together, so it should be really fun. We'll post those dates later.
We'll get them up on the website when Megan has figured out what they are.
Yeah.
Erin asks, what is your worst stage mishap?
Oh my god, I've had so many stage mishaps. Oh man, I forget things a lot. I forget words lyric